We are going to talk about Pit Babe. Okay. I finished Pit Babe series, and let me tell you something. Okay. Let me tell you something. Okay. I'm just gonna give you my overall opinion of Pit Babe. We're not gonna break down Pit Babe the way we did Unknown because Pit Babe is finished and Pit Babe is a lot. Okay. Now, with Pit Babe, it is a good series. The only issue, the only few issues I had with Pit Babe was the storyline between Babe and his dad. I feel like we could have got a better context, like when they first seen each other, like when Charlie tells Babe the information, like his first reaction to hearing that his father is alive and around and always been around. I think we could have had more of a context with that. I felt like they just really dropped the ball with that part. I think we could have had more context of that, right? I'm happy, right, that Kenta was the one that killed Mr. Tony because it's so funny how Mr. Tony was so angry that Kenta couldn't kill nobody. And when he finally killed somebody, he killed his ass. So I enjoyed that. I really did. Now, what broke my heart is when Wade died because you can see that Babe was starting to make a shift with Wade and mend their friendship after the lifelong friendship that they had of betrayal of him just basically being a mole. And you can see how all of them just take it on strides that he died, which was rather shocking because, at first it was like, Way is the mole. He basically shitted on us because he's riding with Mr. Tony. But they really were heartbroken that they lost a teammate. You know what I mean? So we got that. Now, when it comes to so now, when it comes to Jeff and Alan, baby, that's the wrong one. That's this Jeff and Alan served us that fluffy love, that heart-shaped cookie cutter love. You know what I mean? And I loved it. You know how Alan came in and just saved his boyfriend from being sold because Pete came in and told that SOS to Babe and Alan, like, yo, word through the grapevine, through the pipeline, Mr. Tony's top cell is a person who can see the future. And they knew that was Jeff. And you saw Alan like heart palpitating, like, no, he is not trying to take my goddamn baby, right? So we enjoyed it. We ate it up. Now, the thing that I was shockingly surprised about, how Babe was so accepting to the fact that Charlie wasn't really dead. Because in my mind, the way Petty Boot Babe, yes, Petty Boot Babe moves, he angry all the goddamn time, right? So I thought he was gonna give Charlie a lot of flack for playing dead, playing possum. I really thought that he was gonna give him a lot of flack for faking his death and not putting him on to the plan, you know. And another thing I have to question about this series is it's, Babe says he got his powers back, but it seemed like Charlie still had his powers when he was fighting the guys. That's just my opinion. But it just seemed like he still had his powers. That's just me. So they love on each other. Babe is just so happy Charlie's alive, and he's just so ecstatic, right? Now, Now, the thing that made me really happy is when Winna or Win, we gonna call him Win, when Win finally got that ass kicked by Sonic, North, and Kim. Oh my God, it was about time. It was overdue. He needed that ass licked. He needed a whooping of his life, and he finally got it. They left him all bloody, bruisey, just how we wanted him to be, because he was annoying. And another thing that annoyed the hell out of me with this series, right? Like I said, I love it, but in the words of Kempire, I'm going to twerk on the fence a little bit with this series. I'm definitely going to twerk on the fence, in the words of Kempire. Okay, twerking on the fence. I could not take Charlie's whine. I don't know about anybody else. I did not find it cute. I found it like nails on a chalkboard. I could not take Charlie whining. In some instances, persistence with Babe was kind of cringy and annoying. So I could have did without that throughout the series, his ass whining and the long Babe crap. I could have did without that. I know a few of you, if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it, but with me, no, I did not. The constant whining just irritated the hell out of me with him. So if if you was into it, you was into it. Me, no, not at all. Now, when Babe finally meets his dad, I felt that. It wasn't enough for me to look past the fact that I missed the part where he like actually sees his dad for the first time, because he did that scene so well. You would have you want to see when he see the father for the first time. Listen, the way he them tears, not a lot of actors look good when they cry, but he looked good when he cries. He does the crying thing very well. Like, he has a pretty cry, and not a lot of these BL series actors have a pretty cry. Just my opinion. Just being honest. It's not running in everything. He has a pretty crying face. So I give it to him. So I would have loved to see him see his pappy and the tears coming out his damn face. I would have really enjoyed it. But overall, Pit Babe was a really good series. It was an Omega verse type of series, but it was an alpha on alpha type of thing. And the Omega wasn't really considered an Omega, it was considered an Enigma. And on the concept of the Enigma getting pregnant, they kind of teetered a little bit on the idea of it, but ain't nobody was trying to get anybody pregnant. Okay. I think Jeff is considered a enigma. I think Jeff is an enigma. I'm not really sure. I don't know if Jeff's enigma or an alpha. I don't think they really said what he was, but I'll be on them Reddit streets, and this series is a story from a fanfic store webtoon, and they did their thing. Like, the action, the features is all there. I enjoyed this series. I really did. It was really full of a lot of messy that you enjoyed, and just the fact that Uncle Ravel actually turned out to be Babe's father is just chef's kiss. Like, and then the fact that you find out that Mr. Tony played Babe's father, he conned him into basically signing over his son over to him completely 100%. So, come on now. Come on now. This was a good series. It was a good series. It was a really good series. We enjoyed it. And like I said, listen, the couple that kind of really saved, so like really kind of kept your attention, as well as Charlie and Babe. Charlie and Babe, good. But you need other couples too. And the side couple was just as good as the main couple. It was like, yo, I wanted to hear about Jeff and Alan. I wanted to know what was going to happen. You know how Alan came up in there, he saved his babe. He saved his baby. He was in there. Okay? We enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. This is long overdue. I had to tell you guys about this series. I had to let you guys know what was up. You know what I mean? Because it, it's just, you guys had to know. Like, this series was really good. We enjoyed it. And if you haven't checked it out, I'll tell you guys to check it out. It's a pretty lengthy watch because the episodes is about like 45 to like about an hour long. And it's about 13 episodes. You know, the site I look at, it says it's 14 episodes, but it's really 13 episodes. So I wonder if they're going to have like a special episode to this BL series. So I would say be on the lookout because I check periodically. I want, because I think that they're really going to have like a side, another like episode or like a movie to this series. I have that feeling. I don't know. I just have that feeling.